G'day, this is Shadow, and this is an eye-opening introduction to the new Cursed City that's just been released. Yeah, so let's just dive in. This will be one of my longer videos. So as you can see, Raid have put out the festivities. We have snow, we have snowball fights. We don't have the ice skating this time, but there you go. And as you can see, we've also got a new quest in the advanced quest for the Cursed Cities. So just be aware of that before you go and do everything each day. So in we go. This is day 2. I just got in on day 1 with my keys. As you can see, I've completed some of this already. Pretty much the activation of this new patch happened whilst I was off in La La Land. Okay, so here we go. This is the first duo boss ever. Now I'll just sort of pull myself out of the way here, and no, I won't, because this is stupid. Let's try that again. Pull myself out of the way here. Okay, so all I'm doing here is pretty much just picking out of the available options, because each one of these rooms has a restriction on what factions, what level, and force, spirit, affinity, etc, etc. This one is force, and as you can see, the various options are, yeah, a little bit limited considering Ice Golem and the Fire Magma Dragon. But let's just give it a go. Just need to remember not to bring burns into some of these battles, because that will heal. I've played it a little bit cautious here. This guy is a tank, he just protects your team, and the rest of them are just there to nuke away. Now normally with Ice Golem, you do not want to just nuke them silly, because he just gets extra shots, but he doesn't seem to be doing that this time. I've done a fair bit of damage to him, and he hasn't got any bonus hits, so that's good to know. Yeah, so I'll just smack through this guy. I brought in, as I said, a lot of protection here just in case, because I had no idea what was going to happen. So Owlsgore does the block damage. This new guy that normally runs like he's shuffling on ice in Hydra, can't remember his name, but he does ally protect, so my team is pretty hard to kill with just those two alone. Brought a reviver just in case in the hog, but yeah, Rat will be doing most of the damage here, exploding the bombs, and away we go. Yeah, so I was going to just 2 times this. Interesting, the side ats stay alive obviously after you've killed the boss. And what did we get? Okay, so yeah, nothing special there. No speed, no critical or anything. That's a bit better. Speed and resistance and accuracy. That one I shall sell. That's pretty horrible. And I'll sell it later just because this stuff is new. That's just, yeah, no, gone. And go on, go. Hopefully we get a lot of this stuff later. Okay, moving on with the map. There's no continue, so it's just a matter of picking your poison at this point. Now, I kind of want to try out each one of the bosses, so I'll get some oils, which I always need. And again, it's restricting down to, yeah, very limited options here. And yeah, seeing as this is just the basic stage, I really am just looking for nukers. Anyone who can just pretty much do as much damage as quickly as possible, because despite this being hard levels, they're not hard yet. So maybe when we get out of the green, we might be looking at some need for a little bit more cautious selection. But for right now, I'm just going with the best wave clearers I've got with the options it gives you each time. And as you can see, 8 turns. It's not exactly difficult yet. Now this will be interesting. Nether Spider is in need of block healings, because the little baby spiders, they will heal the mother, and I don't really have an awful lot of block block damage ones, sorry, block heals in the selection that it allows. So I think really what I'm going to have to do here is just pick my nukers and hope I can kill the baby spiders very quickly before I get killed by their poisons. And yeah, then I'll kill the boss later, because whilst I don't have any block damage, the baby spiders are just going to, yeah, they're going to be healing the mother continuously. So I bring a bit of burns here with Dreng. The only problem with bringing Dreng and burns is he stops the double smack from Magna. I don't remember who was faster. So if Dreng goes first, that gets rid of Magna. So yeah, I think I'm going to regret doing that. I should have just listened to myself. Applied the burns later. So I think I'm going to have to restart this run. Yeah, let's do this one again. So same team again, just a little bit more thought going into it. I've now hit a first stage where I actually have to think for this. So Duchess is in there just to revive if I need. Tio is in there because he self-heals, and Dreng spreads the highest hit points. So that's mostly what I got him there for, but he will also explode poisons and explode burns, so a little bit of extra damage. Okay, so the idea here is to try and kill these baby spiders as quick as possible. There we go. So there is only the one left, and as you can see, the mother spider is completely healed. So this would just, at this point, be a matter of survival. Can I survive? Which looks like it's going to be interesting. Can I survive her hits until I can heal myself up? And yeah, looks like I can. So yeah, this should be pretty straightforward from here on, because yeah, without the babies healing her, she's quite an easy boss. So I should really speed this up. Once I learn how to use OBS Studio better, I will be able to do magical things like speed up videos in the background without too much hassle. But here we go. Yes, because as you can see, I've just gone completely silent, which is not good. Okay, so smack, smack, smack. And 3, 2, 1. Ah, baby spider's back up. Quick, I need to stop. If I hit the babies, mother gets healed. Yep, there we go. Whew, that was lucky. So off of auto, back to manual, and away we go. So relatively easy. Not a team I would ever use in Doom Tower, because you just need block heals. So maybe I'll come back to this after I finish clearing all my keys, because I think you can do the bosses again. So yeah, 55 turns, that was pretty ordinary. So we'll come back to this later. And as you can see, I only had one semi-decent piece out of all those drops, so that's a shame. So moving on. Now, I could have pushed into one of the other islands, but being a bit of a completionist, I will just try and clear out almost all areas if I can. I may regret this later, depending on how many keys they give us and whether or not I can complete everything before the before the reset. So again, really all I'm doing here is going to my tried and tested nukers for these waves. No real thought going into it outside of that. I just want to hit hard and often, which, as you can see, seems to be working. As long as you've got the champs in the selection that they give you, you should be okay. Now I will put myself back up here, scare the crap out of you. Scariest thing in Raid is the content creator down the side corner. And yep, here we go. So let's see what else I can do. I want to get as many of these bosses done just for fun for the video. So let's go. Let's see what other one I can unlock. Again, just move myself out of the way. Yeah, just really going for whichever smackers I've got to start with, to be honest. And we don't need to see the ceiling of my house, so let's move forwards. And yeah, pretty straightforward. So what I'll try and do now is get the first key to the main boss. And that first key is, yeah, another duo boss. So I've got 3 more keys to use in total, so I should be able to get 2 bosses done, and I'll move myself out of the way. And as you can see, we've got Celestial Griffin, I think it is, or the Dragon. Never remember these names. And Spider. Now, really, what I'm trying to do here is just bring in AoE damage and burns, because, yeah, with all the baby spiders, I probably want to kill them fast so that I don't get it self-healing, but at the same time it would be nice to keep the burns up just to do more damage. But yes, they're pretty soft, it looks like, for this, even for a hard stage. So this, to be honest, this looks like it's going to be pretty straightforward. Now my Trunda is nothing special, I only just pulled her, so I'm still building her, so it's not like I've got an uber champion happening there. And the rest of them are mostly just burners. So yeah, this looks like it's going to be pretty straightforward. So nothing to fear, guys. This, even on hard, at least in the green area, it looks like they've made it a fairly soft introduction. So I wouldn't be too worried about this, to be honest. As you can tell with my champion selection, there's not a lot of thought going into it. What I do like, however, is they auto-tick the filter that shows everything in your vault, which it saves you that extra step. Okay, that's a better selection of drops. So there's the key that I need. I need 3 of those. Cool. Oh, speed piece already. In Merciless with critical damage, critical rate, attack, flat stat, but still, that's awesome. Can't complain about that. Supersonic with speed, happy. And Supersonic with no speed, but crit rate and crit damage. I wish that was Merciless, but anyway, there we go. So I'm pretty sure you need 3 keys before you can attack that boss, so I won't even go there yet. So let's go for the other duo boss. Now this one might need a bit more thought. I'm just thinking whether I can get in and get a couple of bosses, but no, I've only got 2 keys. Okay, so we have Dragon, who should just be smack, 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 and he's dead, and we have the Frost Spider. So mostly I'm just, again, because these have been pretty easy, I'm just going to go, and yeah, there we go, see, everything's ticked. Not a huge amount of options here, but I'm just going to go Nukas, to be honest. So I'm actually, no, I won't do single revive with Drakes. I'll get rid of her even though she heals, and I'll put in extra damage. Yeah, there you go. A little bit of thought going into this one for a change. It's just now a matter of finding which one actually gives an aura that might work. I don't know if dungeon auras actually work yet in this new area. I don't know if they've enabled it. So these bosses individually are pretty straightforward to kill. They don't really hurt much. The Frost Spider may freeze your team, but meh, not a big deal. So, oh, geez, they're pretty soft, these bosses. I was expecting it to be a bit more of a nightmare on hard, but guess not. Jesus, yeah, just a couple of hits and it's almost dead already. Slow them down. Jeez. Yes, they're very soft. Bit more damage. And I've just realized Frostbiter needs either Lydia to stop her from respawning or a burn. Lucky I have one burner on my team. That was just random luck that I have that, because I didn't think that one through. And yes, lucky I thought that through before I killed her. But yeah, I have Eleanor, who a lot of people hate, but I think is brilliant. Burner on the A1. Pretty accurate with it too, as you saw. One try and it was up. Yeah, okay. Speed with supersonic again, so shame it's not a 6-star. And look at that, flat stat attack. I will keep it though, because it's a 6-star, and I will see if I've got any ores. That's, yeah, let's go straight in and do that before I forget. So there we go, we've got that one there. Flat attack. Let's see if I can just waste an ore and regret this later. I won't roll it first. New gear, let's just have some fun. Oh, look at that. There we go. Speed, critical damage, and attack. Much better. Much, much better. No critical rate, but let's get that from other pieces, hopefully. That's ore actually behaving for a change. Happy. Right, now I think I've got 1 or 2 more keys, so stop doing housekeeping. It's the old cat in me having to follow the red dots. So yeah, 1 more key. And I won't be able to get to another boss, so no fun for the viewers. I will just have a look at which one drops the nicest. So I'll go C21 because it's got one of those little, whatever the hell those shard things are. And then I can go for the boss at reset. And start into hopefully a harder area than the original green area, because it hasn't exactly been hard yet. So here goes. Let's give it a go. So again, just selecting the best nukers I've got for these waves. They do not appear to be that hard. So the restrictions are, yeah, I don't even know what those symbols are. I'm a free-to-play noob. I just point and click. So yeah, whatever it says down the bottom is what you can use. So I always just go with whatever the best wave clearers are at the time. Later maybe we might need to think, but it doesn't use up a key, so there's no harm in just giving it a try first, see if you can clear quickly. As you can see, I can. And then coming back if you fail and trying again. But yeah, as I said, this green area, even on hard, seems to be a bit of a joke. So good introduction though. We'll see if it gets harder. Well, there you go. So we've got some side quests that you can complete as you go through, and yeah, well, 2 days worth of keys, and none of those are done yet. And you need those candles to obviously unlock some of those little goodies down the bottom. There you go. Go away, raid. So at this stage we have halfway through the Tormund event, and we have a 1+1, which I never do because rare. Also, I've just reset all my mercies recently, so that was just a bit of a waste. And also, there's a fusion starting in a couple of days, so be careful, guys. Don't blow too many shards unless you're a whale. I don't have too many because I've been yellowing. I've been pretty much just going, who cares, recently, and blowing everything I've got. So we've got this Yuletide Titan event, which I'm just over halfway in. Hopefully they give us some more so I can actually get Tormund. Not sure if I even use Tormund now, but yeah, maybe in tag just to be annoying. And yeah, we've got the daily fusion warm up, which will give a couple of crystals, not enough to actually do anything with. I'll save them for the next one. Mostly because I don't know if I've gone in there yet, but mostly because the summon pool for these crystals, I've got pretty much every single one of those, even free to play. There's only 3, 4 legendaries that I don't own. I don't have Croc. I don't have Necmo, which I really want for Hydra. I'm assuming he's good. Everyone says he's good, but I don't have him, so I can't comment. And don't have the Samson. But all the other ones, and most likely what would happen is I'll just pull a dupe. So not overly keen on this one. And let's just pull that for the hell of it. And what I'll do now is I will just run into the... Gotta love how many souls I've got for champions I don't have. I will just run into Nether Spider again and actually see, using the filter rather than just memory, whether or not I have any block heal champions. So let's give that a go. So I'll just swap over to that. Just bear with me while I work out how to use my stuff. And yeah, so here we go. So this is what I had to start with, and you saw 55 turns did not really work too well. So using this lovely filter they've given us, I can see I still have limited options. But at least now I can try and do the run a little bit better. No Geo, obviously, that would have been great. But yeah, here we go. So I won't put the burn up yet. And I won't try and nuke them. I will just whack up the block heals, and now it's free for all. So yeah, let's just slow them down. So you can see deep thought going on here. So we'll put some burns out there now. The baby spiders will get to whack me a few times. Don't really care. I'll try a peril. Yeah, that does a bit of damage. Try and get some reduced defense. There we go. And here we go. Bring them all back. Thank God I've got Duchess. And as you can see with the burns ticking away, it's not so much a quicker run time-wise, but it is a much quicker reduction, a lower turn count for the boss. And got a love Reaper. So I've gone from 55 turns down to 21. So yeah, much better option. So if you've got a Renegade or if you've got a Mortu, then they are in the options that you can use for this version of the Nether Spider. But there you go. Thanks guys. I will just let this other run go. The thought here was just to put Tio back in there for some extra explosions of poisons and burns and some extra heals, but yeah, there was really no need. So thanks for watching guys. I'll probably record this again because it sucked. Okay, bye guys.